Greetings from sticky Cardiff, for want of a slightly less odd term. Anyway, I reviewed the recent addition to Aldi, the Kentish Pale Ale, 4.3%. Nothing wrong with it, nothing particularly right with it either. The flavours that it had, especially now I'm about 20 minutes after I finished it, are still there actually. They're lingering and they're very pleasant. The beer itself, I marked it as like 5.5 out of 10. I should up that really to a 6. It was lacking a bit of body, and the flavours themselves, it's not very strong flavour. It does taste a bit watery, but what's there is really quite pleasant indeed, particularly in this weather. Not a midwinter drink, but for a hot sunny day, yeah, you'd enjoy it as an ale drinker. And to that end, the other one that they've got in at the moment is a Dorset IPA, which I believe is £1.49 as well. Another one marked specially selected. Now this one, I've read, has been brewed in collaboration with Hall Woodhouse Brewery, which actually is Badger Breweries. But Hall and Woodhouse are based in Blandford, which is down in Dorset. I've driven through there. I'm driving through there in a couple of weeks actually, going to Swanage. Been going through there very regularly. So Dorset IPA. Sorry, I'll hold it up in front of the camera. I've gone portrait tonight, not landscape. Thing about both beers is the label's very good. It does look classy. It says specially selected. You know, they've given this a premium look. Let's be honest. If you go into Marks and Spencer's and see their own brand beers, that's what they look like. And this is clearly what Aldi have decided they want a piece of, is the Marks and Spencer premium IPAs, because they're really nice. So the last one I had, the Shepherd's Neame one, yeah, it would be a Marks and Spencer's premium ale if it was fuller of flavour. It did really taste like one. It's just very watery. So that's where they've cut their costs on that one, is in the ingredients. They've gone with less malt, you know, same amount of sugar to produce the 4.3%. It was decently hopped though. It was nice and bitter at the back end. It was just the up front, there wasn't a lot, but, you know, that's for me to worry about, not them, because I'm sure we'll get around. They should sell a few of those. This one, it does say on the label, which I don't think the Kentish one did, serve, what's it say? It doesn't just say cold. It says a hoppy, fruity ale that's best served chilled to the bone, which sets the alarm bells ringing, frankly, because if you're chilling something down, you may be trying to mask a ropey flavour with beer. Dodgy kind of like metallic flavours and those horrible, you know, saccharine, sweet, astringent flavours are generally what they're trying to get you to mask. But with this just being like a fruity, hoppy ale, there's absolutely no reason why they should be trying to mask anything with it, surely. So let's get my nose in. I have pulled this out. It's 500ml bottle, and I think I've got 440ml glass. So there's a little tiny bit left in the bottle, but I can't give it a swill around. I'm not particularly fussed with that. The smell off it, I can't really put my finger on it. It doesn't smell very pleasant. It really doesn't smell very pleasant. It's an off smell. It's not good. Uh-oh. It's kind of it tastes different to the other one. It's more zesty than the other one. It isn't as bad as it smells. It does have a really nice back end, actually. It's a nice bitter back end. At first, I thought it was going to go metallic, but it didn't. It's dried out and gone that lovely sharp lime lemon peel finish. But the same thing with this one with the other one. I can't really talk about it up front. There's not a lot there. On the label it says there's fruity, which kind of implies, I don't know, something other than citrus fruit. It does taste lemony, limey. It's got a nice hoppy back end. It does. The back end is nicer than the. There's a bit going on with this, actually. It's more complex than the other one for certain, and the flavour is stronger. Although not particularly strong. That's not unpleasant. That's not unpleasant. It's the same as the other one in the sense that I'm just yearning for a little bit more. And with this one, I think I'm being particularly greedy because it really isn't bad. The other one, I've gone with 5.56 out of 10. If it was, properly malted, if there was more flavour in that, it probably would be around about an 8. This one is about a 6.5 out of 10, as it is. And if this was properly flavoured, it could be right the way up 9 or 10 out of 10. It's got a lovely flavour to it. It's just a little thin. Only a little, but it's definitely thin. That is as good as Hobgoblin. It's different flavour from Hobgoblin. It's not... Hobgoblins are more full drink than this. The flavours on this are nicer, so they're kind of like level. The Kentish one I wouldn't buy again. I'd be happy if I was served it. This one I would buy it again. I will buy it again. Not in vast quantities. I wouldn't go out and get loads, but if I had a few people coming round, I have 4 of them in, and a couple of people come round, they can have 1 or 2 of those. It's like a lovely, it's early on a Friday night. It's the second beer in. To be honest, that's the perfect starter beer. That's a really good beer to start. I've got to get the aroma again because I wasn't impressed by that. Might be just because I couldn't swill it round properly, or it was like... Maybe it's the smell of the glass. It's okay. Not a lot going on with it. It certainly tastes a lot stronger than the aroma's given off, which is unusual, but I'm pleased with it. Yeah. Would it be a Marks and Spencer's range? It's not far off it. It's about a mark below what Marks and Spencer's produce. So it's up to you. If you want to go to Aldi and get something halfway decent, a bit of a bargain, you could do a lot worse. Get a couple of those, give it more than the first smell, the first swig, and it might reveal itself to you to be decent. It does say on the front, actually, that this is kind of like a bold West Coast style IPA with a citrusy edge. And I'm prone to agree to a point. I mean, West Coast IPA would be... this is like 5%. So the ABV on a West Coast IPA would certainly be up. But it says West Coast style. It's not proclaiming itself to be a West Coast IPA. So, again, the same with the other one, and let's give them credit here. Aldi beers that are produced, sometimes what's written on them bears absolutely no resemblance to the drink inside. They come out with any old nonsense and they put it on to try and get you to drink it. Both of these beers have been honest. We've wanted this from Aldi for quite some time. So I'm going to give them a bit of credit here. Especially, I got them the right way round as well. I drank this one second. Not bad. Not bad at all. Get a few of them in. Cheers.